Welcome to the Coach's Corner. John Stanko of ICGales.com, being joined here by Paul Panik, head coach of the Iona baseball team. Paul, thank you for taking the time.
Oh, thanks for having me here.
So fall semester has come to a close. The student athletes are now back at home, and you're getting set to enjoy the holidays. But hindsight being 2020, your first year as a college head coach, what did you take from the fall semester?
I thought for me it was important to get right into it with the guys. We do have a bunch of new guys coming in. I've already coached some of the upperclassmen already, so it was great to kind of mold them with the young guys and kind of start getting them rolling and acclimated. Because once February 15th hits, everybody, we need to be firing on all cylinders. So using that time in the fall to get outside and kind of put in the stuff that we need to and kind of get everybody acclimated, it was important. Our guys worked their absolute tails off the entire fall, and I couldn't be happier with them.
15 newcomers to the team this year. That's a lot of fresh faces for you. Also have a couple new assistant coaches on the staff as well. So how did everyone kind of mesh together in that first couple weeks when the semester started, and how did you see that grow now into December?
I think it was great because you start off, guys kind of have their little pockets in their little groups, the first week, and then once everybody starts kind of loosening up and everybody kind of gets to know each other a little bit, everybody starts to kind of mold and mesh together. And by the end of the semester, you're seeing different kids that wouldn't talk to each other, early in September are now kind of best buds, and everybody's kind of meshing and molding together as a team off the field. And on the field, everybody's kind of learning each other, learning what they do, what they can and can't do, what they like to do, and then that just allows the team to be a little bit more organic, when it comes February.
Now, you've said in the past that you like a strong pitching and defensive team, and one of the troubles of being here in the Northeast is the weather. It can get cold real quick. So how do you work on those aspects of the game when the chilly months of November and December come around?
I think for me it's just practice structure. It's making sure that we hit what we have to, the skills and instruction, making sure that the pitchers are ready to go come February. Coach Cornwell and Coach Genovese have done a fantastic job with those guys, getting them ready. They have everything mapped out for them up until day one. So we're excited to see kind of where that goes. And now it's the holiday time where we can't work with them. So now they're on their own until they come back.
That's a perfect segue to my next question. In this kind of month off that they have when they're at home, do you give them a training regimen program? What do you say to them now when they're home with their families to kind of also just put in the back of their mind going, when you get back to campus, we got to get to work right away?
For me, it's we can't afford to lose what we've gained. Guys have made transformations with their bodies, have changed their swing, have done everything. They can't lose any ground. We can't take any steps backward. It's only forward, right? We have to be on the, in the game you want to be on the attack per se, but here we can't take one step back. You can't take a week off. You got to keep working because again, you're always working towards your ultimate goal. And the hard work that you put in all fall, you can't just lose it. You can't just let it go.
Well, you're working toward the beginning of February. You just released your schedule just a couple weeks ago, and you begin against East Tennessee State University in the beginning weeks of February. So now you as a head coach, what are you looking for in the non-conference schedule leading up to MAC play, your first MAC weekend being against Fairfield?
I think it's twofold. I think one, you want the guys to face some adversity and kind of learn how to win in battle. And the second part for me is putting guys into different situations. Maybe a guy last year was a reliever, now he's trying to start, or he came off the bench and now he's starting in second base, let's say. So now we need to make sure that guys are comfortable in their roles. We need to use that time to make sure that everybody can do what we need them to do once conference starts. So for example, MAC playoff game or one game to get in the tournament, 8th inning tie ball game, and I need my 8-hole hitter to bunt, lay one down. How can you can't expect him to do it then if he's never done it before. So a lot of the early non-conference stuff is a lot of learning, letting them fail too. Baseball is a game of failure, so especially for the freshmen too, they got to learn how to kind of get over some things. And let me put some guys in some tough situations and then let them kind of learn about themselves and learn how to kind of battle out of it for themselves.
Is that mindset in the non-conference different now as a head coach than compared to when you were an assistant coach previously with Iona or with Albany, or is it kind of all like the same thing?
I feel like it's a little bit different because as an assistant coach, you have one position-specific group to worry about. You got to worry about this guys or that guys, but here I have to worry about all 35 of my guys. So for me, it's a combination of putting the best guys out there and then making sure that we're trying to win ball games, but we're also trying to develop our players too. So I'm going to have to learn how to sprinkle in and make sure that I'm doing a little bit of everything at all times.
Now, just on a personal level, you're less than 2 months away from beginning your first season as a college head coach here at Iona. How excited are you?
I'm pumped, but there's still a little bit of that stress of making sure you have everything done, and I've hit the checklist multiple times, making sure that everything's in order and everything's ready to go. But it's the first year is always the one where you got to make sure you're good, and everything else is smooth from there.
All right, cool, Coach Panik. Appreciate the time and happy holidays.
Thanks for having me. Happy holidays.